Hey guys, this is day 63 of startup. When your idea is unique, you may get a lot of attention, even sometimes wow. Your audience will sound more curious. And I'm talking about the idea, not the product. You do not have a product yet. You're trying to get some investment on the idea itself, some commitment on the idea from customers, from investors, from team. But you'll see that it's very hard to get actual traction. And what I mean by actual traction is any commitment, any kind of action, any kind of betting on the idea. So people will say this is interesting, this is quite interesting. If it works out, can be big, but that if never goes away. And this is easy to understand why people seek safety in patterns and in numbers. Something unique doesn't fit part of the pattern they already know, and it doesn't have the security of a lot of people doing it and vouching for it. So even though they can logically think that it can work, it does sound interesting, it has a lot of positive that wow factor to it, but also there is a underlying fear to all of it. If you ask them to put their weight on it, something, their money on it, or anything like concrete on it, I think this happens because there's a difference between a story and a business, or an idea or a business. So a story, what I mean by story is like it's just a piece of content. So whenever someone hears something new, novelty is gets attention. But when it comes to business has nothing to do with novelty. It is a very complex structure that you have to build, an organization that does so many things, and it has so many moving components that can go wrong in so many places. So even though these new ideas, they sound very interesting because they're new as content, and if you tell a business idea which is actually more grounded, it will not capture so much of attention because it will not be unique, it will not be novel in the sense of a story. So in that sense, people are not wrong. If you're doing something very unique, then the burden of proof will always fall to you. You will have to prove all the unknowns. You will have to convince by actually showing that this thing can work and will work. And this will probably slow things down a lot for you. On the flip side, if you do take this solo journey of ironing things out, of proving everything that can be a little bit even unknown, and probably this will mean that you will build the entire prototype and also get some first early users who will actually pay for it and actually be using it every day. And of course that's a lot of progress you have to show, but the benefit of it will probably show up in the end when all of this is done, because now that novelty, now that uniqueness will get more attention again. But this time you have product, so it will sell more because of that attention. It will get its virality, people will love it, and people will talk about it with their colleagues, with their friends who are in the business. And so maybe it's not all bad, but do I have that much of risk taking capability to wait for so long and go solo until then? This is something that I'm struggling with, and actually I'm not putting out doing something which is more safe and more aligned with what people already do. But it's not like that path is just full of roses. I'm still not able to figure out like how much competition is okay and how much is too much before I just choose that path. So yeah, I'm going to be evaluating these things in next few videos or next few days, and maybe that will be the topic for the videos also. By the way, everything that I post on this channel, all my observations, are only coming from a B2B perspective where I am trying to build my startup. I'm purposefully staying away from consumer startups because they are very, very risky. And you can check Y Combinator video on that, why they are risky. I will not go into that.